Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, welcome also our dear audiences to the weekly news digest. Fatherland Front, term 2019 and 2024 with the theme Solidarity, Democracy, Innovation, Development were held at the Meeting National Convention Center.
His Excellency Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc, Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân, the National Assembly Chairwoman, and many party and state leaders, and 1,300 delegates, including 999 official delegates, attended the Congress. From the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Venerable THÁNG Nhân, Chairman of Administration Council, Vice Chairman of Central Committee of Vietnam Fatherland Front, Venerable Thanh Nhiễu, Standing Vice Chairman of Members Council, Venerable THÁNG Anh, Deputy Prelate Cum Chap of the Council Patrons, Most Venerable Đức Thiện, Vice Chairman cum the General Secretary of Administration Council, with the religious leaders of Buddhism in the provinces, cities across the country came to attend. In the opening speech of the Congress, Secretary of the Central Party Committee, Chairman of the Central Committee Vietnam Fatherland Front, Trần Thanh Mẫn, emphasized that the Congress was very important. It was the time to make assessment on the situation of the great unity of the entire nation and people from all walks of life. The implementation of 5 action plans of the 8th meeting of Vietnam Fatherland Front for the term 2014-2019 and the action plan for the term 2019-2024 to meet the requirements of national renewal, construction and development for fast, sustainable, extensive international integration, to respond to legitimate aspirations of all strata of the people. The Congress will ratify the amended and supplemented statutes of Vietnam Fatherland Front, negotiate to appoint Central Committee, Presidium Standing Committee for the term 2019-2024. In the report, the Vice Chairman and General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, Mr. Hồ A Lên, stated, the term of the 8th Congress of the Vietnam Fatherland Front has affirmed a new development stage in promoting democracy and modernization to protect the lawful and legitimate rights and interests of the people, to carry out social supervision and criticism, and participate in consolidation of the party power and the government. In his speech of command, His Excellency Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc emphasized that the Vietnam Fatherland Front has a mission to promote the patriotic tradition and spirit of great national unity to build and firmly defend Socialist Republic of Vietnam. By the end of his speech, His Excellency Prime Minister sent his congratulations to the 9th National Congress of the Vietnam Fatherland Front.
On the evenings of September 15, 2019, at the Hanoi National Convention Center, a concert and auction will have to ripen, joining hands in Vietnam reforestation with the goals of planting at least 5 million trees in the central provinces. Under auspices of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha and the Vietnam Administration of Forestry, Ministries of Agriculture and Rural Development, together with the Greenwork Development Center, local THÁNG in coordination with Buddhist social network Buddha.vn and Overseas Vietnamese Entrepreneurs Association.
In the witness, it was honored to have Venerable Thích Quảng Tùng, Vice Chairman of Administration, Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Most Venerable Thích Đức Thiện, Vice Chairman cum General Secretary of Buddhist Sangha, and Buddhist monks and nuns. Among the attendants were government officials, namely Mrs. Dong Thị Phóng, member of the Politburo, standing Vice Chairwoman of the National Assembly of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Ms. Nguyễn Thị Doan, former member of the Party Central Committee, former Vice President of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Mr. Trần Hồng Hà, member of the Party Central Executive Committee, Minister of the Natural Resources and Environment, Mr. Nguyễn Thế Kỷ, member of the Party Central Executive Committee, General Director of the Voice of Vietnam Radio, together with the leader of ministries, agencies, central and local organizations from Hanoi, Nghệ An, and Hà Tĩnh. Lately, in the area from Thanh Hóa to Phú Yên, many forest fires have occurred. During the worst time, there were hundreds of points of fire from June 26 to June 30, 2019. Many protected forests were completely burned down. The Greenwork Development Center is a non-profit environmental protection organization led by painter Nguyễn Thị Kim Đức, its director. Local Art is an international art trading platform which applies Technology 4.0, bringing together thousands of valuable paintings of many famous Vietnamese and international artists. The program has raised 5,685,000,000 Vietnam dong, in which Mrs. Dong Thị Phóng supported 10 million dongs. The Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administration Council supported 200 million Vietnam dong worth of seedlings. In particular, Most Venerable Thích Nhuận Tâm, Abbot of La Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, donated a calligraphy plate. The whole congregation enjoyed special variety show performed by the violinist Mian Nishivama, pianist Hoàng Hồ Thu, and Cable Bochessen.
On the afternoons of September 15, 2019, on August 17 lunar years of the war, at Vạn Phúc Pagoda, Sóc Sơn District, Hanoi, the school year 1 2018-2019 were received at the second school year were open 2019-2020 for training course of bridge trainer to provide qualified teaching staff for the northern bridges in order to promote the Dharma teaching in a new age.
In the witness, it was honored to have Venerable Thích Bảo Nghiêm, Vice Chairman of the Administration Council, Head of the Central Commission for Dharma Enactment, Head of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Hanoi. Most Venerable Thích Đức Thiện, Vice President cum General Secretary of Buddhist Council of Buddhist Sangha, Head of International Buddhist Committee of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. Most Venerable Thích Minh Nhẫn, member of the Council of Directors, Deputy Head cum Chef of the Secretariat of the Commission of Dharma Enactment of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Head of the Propaganda and Press Information Group, Office of the Central Church, Venerable Buddhists in the Central Propaganda Department and localities in the North, together with Buddha followers of Pháp Hoa Ashram in the North. Bhattacharya Thích Trí Thuần presented a review of the first school year 2018-2019 of 159 Buddhist monks and nuns, graduating from Buddhist Studies Institute and colleges of 17 provinces and cities in the north. The course consists of 9 subjects and 13 study themes. Among them, there are 180 main theoretical lessons, 140 practical lessons, and 104 periods of thematic seminars, with the participation of qualified and professional lecturers in the North, Central, and South regions, namely professors, PhD, artists, lecturers of universities, reputable researchers in fields related to Dharma missionary work. As a result, 16 monks and nuns with outstanding achievements were awarded with certificates of merit and rewards at the ceremony. Representatives of Buddhist monks and nuns and lay people gave their vows of gratitude to the Venerable Dharma monks and venerables from the steering committee of the Pious Trainers class and wished him an extra year of peace for recent investor of Buddha calendar 2563. Venerable Thích Bảo Nghiêm expressed his joy when the monks and nuns trainees followed the Buddha's law, esteem Dharma, respect the human. In his bestowing, Most Venerable Thích Đức Thiện emphasized the role of Dharma enactment for each Buddhist. The ceremony was fully accomplished in the joy of the entire congregation of silent beings.
On the mornings of September 18, 2019, 20th of August, the years of the war, the Buddhist religious leader of Ho Chi Minh City Buddhist Association and Vietnamese Buddhist Study Institute returned to Quảng Lăng Viên Minh Temple, Rang Pagoda, Hanoi to celebrate the birthday of the third reincarnated Dharma Master of Buddhist Sangha, Elder Venerable Thích Phổ Tuệ, on the occasion of Vasa closing.
Leading the delegation was Venerable Thích Trí Quảng, First Deputy Prelate Cum Chief of the Council of Patrons, Director of the Vietnam Buddhist Association in Ho Chi Minh City, Venerable Thích Giác Toàn, Vice Chairman of the Buddhist Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Director of the Vietnam Buddhist Research Institute, and the Reverend monks and nuns, representing the academies and research institute. Venerable Thích Trí Quảng, Venerable Thích Giác Toàn, and the delegation opened wishes of birthday, hoping that the third Dharma Master would be at peace and equanimity, forever a shadow of a great tree canopy of Vietnamese Buddhists to rely on. On this occasion, Elder Venerable Thích Phổ Tuệ bestowed the monks and nuns who returned to the ancestors' home, returned to the family to worship the Buddha and to visit him. At the same time, he encouraged religious people and Buddhist laypersons to have a solidarity, harmony, and practice of Buddhism, together with him, the leadership of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha to accompany the development of the nation.
On the morning of September 20, 2019, on the 22nd of August in the years of the war, the delegation of the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, led by Mr. Ariruma Bhakhava, members of the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, visited and worked with the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. Meeting the delegations of the central headquarters of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Quang Sư Pagoda, Quang Sư Street, Hanoi, there were Most Venerable Thích Đức Thiện, Vice Chairman cum Secretary General of Administration Council, Head of Central International Buddhist Committee, Venerable Thích Thanh Điện, Deputy General Secretary of People's Council, Chiefs of Office No. 1 of Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha, and the office standing members of Central Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. At the meeting, the two sides had an informal and open talk about the roles of Buddhism in the lives of Vietnamese people. Most Venerable Thích Đức Thiện introduced the State International Religious Freedom Commission delegation into the understanding of various religions in Vietnam as well as the global relationship among the religions. As related by the Most Venerable in Vietnam, the activities of Buddhism, the practice in the sect developed in response to the subjects, depending on the age. Thus, there are different retreats such as poor meditation, hermit retreat, one-day equanimity worship course, which involve an increasing numbers of Vietnamese teenagers. Vietnamese Buddhism plays an important role, meeting the spiritual and religious demands of majority of the masses. On this occasion, more Venerable Thích Đức Thiện also highlighted the success at the recent UN VSAC UN Buddha Birthday 2019 and welcomed the delegation of the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom. On behalf of the delegation, Ms. Anurima Bahava also discussed more about the activities of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha and congratulated the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha for the successful UN VSAC 2019, the Buddha's birthday celebration. On the morning of September 6, 2019, on the 8th of the years of the war, the inauguration of Basagan Halls and opening ceremony of the Conference of Hindu-Buddhist Initiatives on Conflict Avoidance and Environmental Awareness, the first Samvat 3, was solemn held at Garden Techchilan Pagoda, Ulaanbaatar, capital of Mongolia.
In the witness, it was honored to have Venerable Khamba Lamargibil Chosham Tembereling, President of Asian Buddhist Conference for Peace, President of Mongolian Buddhist Center, Venerable Thích Thiện Tâm, Vice Chairman of Vietnam Buddhist Center, Vice President of Vietnam Mongolia Friendship Association, Mr. Parampuria Swami Adheshanand Kijiji Maharaj, President of Hindu Dharma Acharya Sabha and Mahamanleswara, India, Mr. Parapuja Sri Sri Pravishankarji, spiritual leader of Art of Living, India, Venerable Khenpo Tashi Shering, Airport of Sharamay Temple, India, Mr. Kurumurthy, Chairman of Vivekananda International Foundation, VIF. The government representatives included His Excellency Khushal Uknar, Mongolian Prime Minister, Ambassador Sri Manhindra Pratap Singh, Indian Ambassador to Mongolia, and the officer of Mongolian departments and sectors. After the inauguration of the Mongolian Buddhist Center, it was the opening ceremony of the Samvat 3 Conference of Hindu-Buddhist Initiatives on Conflict Avoidance and Environmental Awareness.
On the evening of September 3, 2019, on August 15 lunar year, at Phật Pagoda located in Vientiane, capital of Laos, the Vietnamese Spirit organized the Mid-Autumn Festival for children and grandchildren in Vientiane, capital of Laos.
At the witness, it was honored to have the Most Venerable Thích Minh Quang, member of the Administration Council, head of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Coordination Committee in Laos, the Most Venerable Thích Minh Nguyệt, Deputy Head of Coordination Committee of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Laos, Vedanta Thích Minh Thực, Chief of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Coordination Committee in Laos, and many Vietnamese expatriates, children, and Buddhist followers in Laos among the attendants. The Mid-Autumn Festival is a celebration of Vietnamese culture. Most Venerable Thích Minh Quang, Abbot of the Pagoda, wanted to create a healthy and useful playground for children to understand the beauty of the national tradition through the activities of lion dance, light procession, the art performance. On this occasion, the organizing committee gave the children 500 boxes of gifts, including lanterns, mooncakes, and candy. At the Full Moon Festival this year, the Most Venerable, as the organizing board leader, said that through small gifts, the organizers wanted to raise a spirit of community cohesion, encourage children to keep fit, study well, be filial with their parents, obey teachers, keep national cultural tradition. At the same time, this is a predestined opportunity for the children to approach spiritual life and Buddhist culture to equip themselves the moral as a luggage for trips into the future.
On the afternoon of September 13, 2019, the Vietnam Buddhist Society in Korea cooperated with Hoa Nghiêm Pagoda in Dong Nai Province, offered nearly 1,000 mid-autumn gifts per child to children at the location of Kumaga Kindergarten and To Hiệu Primary School in Đắk Lắk Province.
In the witness, it was honored to have a priest Thích Nữ Giới Tánh, member of the Administration Council, Chairman of Vietnam Buddhist Society in Korea, Hadanta Thích Minh Đăng, Head of Ethnic Minority Section of Đắk Lắk Province, Head of the Administration Board Buddhist Center of Kumaga District, effort of Hoa Nghiêm Pagoda with participating Buddhists and teachers from the two schools. Before the guest presentation, our priest Thích Nữ Giới Tánh had a speech session to share the Dharma with her Buddhist followers at Hoa Nghiêm Pagoda with the topic of four precepts. The old priest conveyed the greetings and encouraged the Buddhist lay persons to sincerely recite Buddha's name, regularly visit the pagoda, and join the retreats when the pagoda organized it, consolidate the harmless relationship in the community, enhance the civilized life in each family. From that fundamental point, is to contribute to the country more and make it more beautiful. After that, the delegation went to Tô Primary School and Kurmaga Kindergarten to give nearly 1,000 mid-autumn presents to the children. The religious monks also encouraged and invigorated them to try to study well, to become good children and good students. The small gifts for the children turned out to be the joy for them in the mid-autumn festival atmosphere for children all over the country.
Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed of the weekly newsreel. Thanks for your attention and following. Wishing you all a new week with much happiness. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel again. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.